The Tuckahoma stabilized as best she could, while still being pummeled with wave after wave. The ship's emergency lights had come on, but they would only last an hour or so. The captain called out each of the bridge crew by their job title to make sure they were all okay and to get the current status of the ship. When he got to the radar man, the RD showed a dazed but concerned look on his face. He then pointed towards the starboard windows and yelled, "Captain!" The commanding officer glanced over his shoulder and then spun his entire body towards the starboard bridge wing. Through the soaked windows on the bridge, he saw another gigantic wave, even larger than the one they had just barely survived, rapidly approaching. The captain stood stoically, grabbed the closest brass handle mounted on the bulkheads around the bridge, and muttered, "God help us all." Down in the berthing area, crew members were picking themselves up after being tossed out of their racks like an old Pop Goes the Weasel toy that had been wound too tightly. Most had been sleeping, but others had been reading or had their headphones on listening to music with their portable cassette players. Josh had been sleeping comfortably when the first monster wave hit. Even though the loud crash and sudden list of the ship startled him, his reflexes took over and he grabbed the side of his rack, holding on and preventing himself from being ejected out of the tight sleeping area. As the ship recovered and slowly righted itself, Josh and his shipmates began to scramble down, pull on their uniforms, and get to their assigned GQ stations. No one was quite sure what was going on, only that they had gone from a comfortable, somewhat peaceful sleep to total chaos in a matter of seconds. Because of the crew's training, the entire berthing area had cleared out in an almost impossibly quick span of time, with the exception of a few slightly injured crew members who were a bit slower than the rest. Josh's GQ assignment was located in the aft steering compartment, a small interior space located close to the berthing area, but still deep within the ship at the stern. This is where the ship's rudder could be manually controlled if the bridge lost steering controls. After quickly donning his uniform and stepping over a multitude of loose debris on the deck, Josh arrived at the hatch to aft steering and quickly undid the 6 latches on the metal door to the compartment and half stepped, half fell inside. Once in, he secured the hatch and hurriedly opened the metal box containing the sound-powered phones to set up communication with the bridge. As he unwound the cord to plug in the ship's internal phone system, the second enormous wave hit. With a second sudden and massive jolt to the ship, Josh instinctively attempted to grab one of the pipes attached to the bulkhead and hold on as the ship again heaved over. Before he could establish a firm grip, the force of the impact jerked his hand from the pipe and sent him smashing into the far bulkhead of the stern, hitting his head on the thick, cold steel and causing blackness to come over him.